I need y'all's help. Is there anytime ever, when a customer is not right? Is a customer always right? Y'all got to help me out with this. Listen, I get cake orders all the time, but this particular cake order I feel crossed the line. Is there a situation when a customer is just clearly not right? Or should you always agree with the customer for business sake? Anyway, let me catch you up on the situation. I have a customer named Ted that have always ordered not only his birthday cake, but celebration cakes for his entire family, including his mother, his parents, his birthday. Any kind of celebration, Ted always comes to my bakery. Now, Ted is a loyal customer. His support outweighs any customer that I ever had. Ted orders about 40 to 50 cakes a year from me, and is a guarantee that he's going to call me in 2 weeks for his birthday order. Now, Ted loves picking out his design, picking out the colors, and watching me bring it to life. It's like a tradition to Ted. So he's in love with designing his own cake. Anyway, let me get into it. 1 month before his birthday, his girlfriend Mary. Now, Mary is the mother of his two children. She went ahead and gave me a call, and she wanted to surprise Ted by ordering his own birthday cake for him. Now, Mary went on to say that Ted does a lot for the family, and she wanted to do something very special for him by ordering his own custom cake for him. So, of course, I immediately told Mary that it's a for sure thing that Ted's going to call me to make his cake. Well, she assured me that she would tell Ted that she's handling everything for his birthday this year and to do nothing. Okay, that's fine. So we proceeded with her order. So when I asked Mary what type of cake she wanted, she said she wanted a custom cake. It can be my choice. I can design it any kind of way I want. Just make sure it has black and yellow colors on the design, since that's Ted's favorite color. So no problem. She went on to say that she wanted Ted's job and his love of family incorporated in the cake. So she went on stating to me that, Alice, you know, Ted travels a lot. And I do know that because he's been with my baker for many years. And she said he always do a lot of things for everybody. And he always makes sure that he's home for especially my birthday and his children's birthday. She went on and said that, you know, when Ted is home, they make beautiful memories. So everything was special when it comes to Ted, she said. So anyway, I told her I think it's very nice what she is doing. So she thanked me and told me that the cake can be a small cake, just for 4 people. She said, don't make it bigger than 4 people. It's just me, Ted, and the children. So after we agreed to the cake order, Mary paid in full, leaving me 1 month to get the cake ready. Anyway, 1 week before the cake needed to be delivered, I started prepping everything for the cake, printing out the edible images, pre-making the frosting, setting out correct size cake boards and mixing flavors in cakes, etc., etc. Well, here, guys, oh my goodness, guys, here is where everything got messy. 3 days, guys, only 3 days before the cake needed to be delivered, the unexpected happened. Ted called me. Oh my goodness. 3 days before his birthday, guys. Ted called me. He called me and said that he's been so busy he forgot to order his birthday cake. Immediately I panicked, realizing that Mary forgot to tell Ted not to call me and that she is handling his birthday surprises for this year. Guys, oh my gosh. I didn't even know how to respond. The butterflies in my stomach, I promise you guys, was turning like a Ferris wheel. I thought to myself, I can't tell Ted that Mary has ordered his cake. That would ruin her surprise. And I can't tell Ted that I can't take his order because he's been a very loyal customer to my bakery since the beginning of time. And I definitely don't want to lose his business. So I did what anybody would have done in this situation. I placed Ted on hold and told him that I need to check my schedule. I just told him that, guys, to give me time to think of what to do. Ted went on and interrupted me and said, Alice, this is just not a basic birthday cake for me. I'm asking Mary to marry me, and I need you to help disguise it through my birthday cake. What? I said to myself. Ted went on to say, you know my taste, Alice. You know what I like. You know my designs. So you can create the cake any way you want. Just make sure I'm able to create something in it to propose to Mary. So after I congratulated him, I placed him on hold. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just screamed, guys. What am I going to do? I can't ruin Mary's surprise, and I can't ruin Ted's marriage proposal. The cake is already small, guys. It's for 4 people. How am I going to implement room enough for Ted to ask Mary to marry him on this small cake? I've already prepped everything on the cake, and now I need to add more? Oh my goodness, guys. I was so nervous. Furthermore, I can't charge 2 people for the same cake. Mary's already paid for the cake. Oh my goodness. Guys, it would be very unusual for me not to charge Ted. That would make him suspicious. And I'm down to 3 days to get this cake ready. And hey, guys, I also have other cake orders. Oh my goodness. How am I going to convince Ted when he sees the cake that it's his cake? And how am I going to convince Mary when she sees the cake that it's her cake? And to add fire to the furnace, how am I going to design the cake where Ted can ask Mary to marry him? Oh my goodness. What would you guys have done? Oh my goodness. Anyway, I knew I couldn't keep Ted on hold any longer. So I told him the only thing I could think of. I said, Ted, and he immediately interrupted me, guys. Alice, please say you can do my cake. This is a very important cake. I said, not only am I going to make your cake for you, I am going to do it free of charge as a proposal gift to you for all the years, Ted, you've been loyal to my bakery. Ted was so excited to hear that, guys. Oh my goodness, he was so excited. He said, Alice, can you do me one favor? I said, what is that, Ted? He said, can you make the cake feed 7 people? Because I'm inviting 3 of my co-workers when I ask her to marry me. I said, sure, Ted, and we hung up the phone. Whew, thank God. I got out of that so quickly. Now, Mary wanted the cake to feed 4 people. And adding enough to feed 7 is not hard at all. It is not real noticeable. So I can swing by that. So I was real happy and pleased with that. Guys, it gets worse. Listen to this. Everything was going great. And I was on the day of the cake delivery. I had 5 hours to deliver the cake to them both. And the phone rang. Oh my goodness. I looked down and saw that it was Mary. Now I was driving, guys. I'm in my delivery truck with all my other orders. And so I answered the phone. I put it on speaker. And then I answered the phone. I said, hi, Mary. She said, hi, Alice. Now, guys, I assumed that she was calling because she forgot to tell Ted not to do anything for the birthday. But this was not the reason at all. She said, Alice, I know this is the last minute, but there's a change in plans. I said, it is? She said, yes, there's a change in plans. I did not know that Ted's parents and all his siblings are coming into town to surprise Ted for his birthday, and I need the cake to feed 30 people. I immediately told her that there's no way I can adjust this custom cake to feed 30 people in this late of a notice, and that I'm currently delivering orders right now, and Ted's cake is already on the delivery truck as we speak. I suggested that maybe I can go back to the bakery and pick up some cupcakes to feed the extra people, but there's no way in the world I can adjust this cake in this limit of a time. Y'all, listen to this. Mary firmly, and when I say firmly, I'm going to use the word firmly instead of mean. She firmly told me that she would not dare feed cupcakes to Ted's family. I said, this is all I can do, Mary. I mean, this is it. I can't adjust the cake. I can add cupcakes. She said, absolutely not. And I said, well, Mary, I'm sorry. There's nothing that I can do about it. And guess what she said, guys? The worst thing in the world. Oh my gosh. I had to collect myself to even say this. Oh my goodness. I thought I could never hear anything worse. She said, well, Alice, if you can't make the cake big enough to feed 30 people, just cancel my order. And she hung up. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Are you serious? I pulled the delivery truck over to collect myself. I just glared into space with loss of thoughts. Wait. Oh my goodness. Wait. Ted is expecting his birthday cake in 5 hours. I did not charge Ted for the cake because Mary had already paid for it. And Mary paid for the cake and she said cancel it if I can't make it feed 30 people. Okay, take a breath. Oh my gosh, I need y'all's help. What would y'all do?